The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wildcard Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Jets and the Patriots, and it's all up next.
It's a sight that has seen more than its fair share. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson. First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and they'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Patriots take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
They'll start with the option. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the 1st, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On 1st down, Terrell, and he is in. Touchdown, New England. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Patriots will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And, you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on 3rd. They'll run. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Patriots have it.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Jets ready to get going again here on offense.
They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Deron Payne coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Here's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
1st down here, puts it on the carpet, it's out. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Here's Wilson to throw.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Wilson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw again on second down, Wilson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Stick, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
If he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they run with Harris off the option. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's got it down to the 28. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Marquise Brown, 31 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Coverage there forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Wilson completes it to Davis. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Running back Damian Harris, and the Patriots ready to go on their next drive here. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Back to throw again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wild.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. With the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll set up to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
An option handoff given to Harris.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 4 yards out.
And the Patriots continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. Here's a give to the fullback. That's Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Matt Judon there to bring him down. They have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And taken down just shy of the 40. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. They'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 39. That's good for 28 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Now back to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Henry. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round. Back now in Foxborough. New England on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll look to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Fielded just outside the goal line and taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. New England on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Another go-around now for the Jets offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Wilson. That pass complete to Moore.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say, we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. They hand this off to Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes has a way of catching up with you.